everyone, Miss Jean here with another song. But first, I really want to thank you for making Christmas so special to me this year and to many from Christ Episcopal Church. It was just wonderful to be able to feel that we were all together by watching all of you walk down the aisle to build the creche and hearing your voices telling the Christmas story. And we have a lot to celebrate, don't we? Emmanuel, God with us, Jesus being born, bringing light to our world, reminding us that of the first commandment, that we're supposed to love God with all our hearts and all our souls and all our minds, and our neighbors as ourselves. Now that's not always so easy to do, but Jesus also brought us the gift of forgiveness, and he also helps us to forgive others. So we have a lot of good news, and what we do with it is what our song is all about. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Sing it with me. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hill and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Now there's a verse to it too, so let's practice that. Repeat after me. Down in a lowly manger, the humble Christ was born. And God sent us salvation that blessed Christmas morn. So let's try the whole song again. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Down in the lowly manger, the humble Christ was born. And God sent us salvation that blessed Christmas morn. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. God bless you all.
Thank you, Miss Jean, for leading us in Go Tell It on the Mountain. And we were just talking a little bit about, Kate and Will and I were talking about what Miss Jean had talked about, the greatest of the commandments. Someone asked Jesus, what are the greatest of the commandments? And what does he say? What is the first one, Kate?
He says that you should love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind.
Mm-hmm. And then what was a second? Yes, William.
Love your neighbor as yourself.
Yes. And that is sometimes really easy to do when it's a neighbor or a friend or a family member that is easy to love, and we just love them because they're amazing. And then sometimes it's really hard to do when it's maybe a neighbor or friend or family member that is a little bit harder to love, right? Or someone you maybe are just mad at and you don't want to love them in that moment, but Jesus calls us to love our neighbor as ourselves. And he also says, so in John 13:34, sure, you can read it, Will. He says,
a new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you, so you must love one another. to read the other.
Yeah, and can you read the next verse too?
By this all men will know that you are my disciples if you love one another.
Okay, thank you, Will. And so one way we can go tell it on the mountain and tell the good news of Christ coming is we can tell people that, right? We can just tell them. But this verse, what is this verse telling us? Yes, Kate?
That we should love one another.
Right, that we should love one another, and then by loving one another, what does it say?
By all know that we are his disciples.
Yes.
If you love one another.
Yeah, so by loving one another, we also show people Christ's love, right? So I want you guys, and I'm going to think about it too. I'm going to think about ways that this week I can love others as Christ loved me and loved us. And I'm going to think of ways that I can show that love to others, whether it's writing an encouraging note to someone, or maybe it's doing something extra special for my family, or doing an extra chore that maybe I really don't like to do, but I know would be helpful.
Making dinner as you always do every night.
Yeah. So I want you guys and everyone, maybe all of us this week, can be thinking about ways that we can love one another as Christ loves us, so that by this all men will know that we are his disciples, as we love one another.
And women and children.
And women and children.
And babies.
And babies, yes, everyone. So thank you. We hope you have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Bye.